So last time we talked about we talked about a lot about like looking for our combo starters and such, like our payoff moves really, like more aggressively or like more actively. Yeah, how's that been going?
It's been going good. Out of everything that we talked about, that was like the one thing I found like easiest to just focus on.
Okay.
Um, and like, it either really pays off or like it just gets me doing like some naive kind of approaches or like really gambly type of like desperate down airs or something. But I mean, for the most part, it's good.
Okay. So like for the most part, it's so on average, it's like it's an improvement.
Yeah, like I definitely like I found a lot of success doing it. Yeah.
Okay. But then there's the flip side, of course, which is like it's also sometimes it's easy to get carried away with it. I think that's like a common thing that I would say happens. Would you say that's true for you too, or?
Oh, for sure. Like I'm like, ooh, I could down air this guy right now. That'd be really good. So instead of like lasering, I would go for it, and then yeah, either it works out really well or it doesn't. And when it does, I'm like, oh, I should just keep doing that.
Yeah, so it's
And
almost like there's almost like a need for like we need to be able to like recognize like a little bit more about. I think that like the trick with this is in learning to distinguish like which one is which. Because yeah, it's easy to get into like a feedback loop, into like a bad feedback loop where it's like, oh, just down air more, like just like down air all the time if it always works, you know. But like it doesn't always work. So
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I noticed the learning curve is like high for that. It's like there's so many different spacings and situations where it's like, oh, okay, that I definitely should have just done that, like gone for a good move.
Yeah. So with that said, what else would you say? Like, is there anything else that you think would be pertinent to share about how play has been lately? Like what are your thoughts on what you want to get out of today?
Um, so today, like, I would say like doing like a live session, like where I like play against other people, maybe to see like if there's like a overarching like if there's like a pattern or something that you see like specifically with what we just talked about. Like I think that could be beneficial.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing that I noticed, like earlier, like the first like year or two when I played melee, I think like the game, like the mechanics of the game were like just hard enough to where I was like I like really focused, and I had like a game versus a falcon, like a really good falcon this week, and I just like I noticed that like I was getting like a lot of stray hits and trying to convert off of them, and it was like getting me killed. So I only focused on like, if a hit is like an actual hit confirmed, like if it's like a good hit, and
Mm-hmm.
then for the first time in like a very long time, I wouldn't say it was like a flow state kind of situation, but like I felt like locked in. I haven't felt like that in so long, and I like made like a huge comeback, and it was like I was playing at my ceiling and everything. I was like, dang, like this is I want to do this more, you know. So that's like something I noticed this week.
Okay. So what was so your focus was on observation then, like your mind was like you were using your conscious mind to kind of like what were like basically hit confirm sort of right.
Yeah, like what like yeah, just like I was just like glued onto the Falcon. And like usually I'm like looking at like the position or like if I'm at certain positions I'm like looking for certain things. Like or I'm not like, ooh, I should laser him here and like back air him here. It's like kind of that stuff's usually like automatic, but like it's like in the back of my head if that makes sense. And like
Yeah.
this time it was just focused on like can't like is this a good hit? You know, like I don't know.
No,
It's
that's
kind of hard to explain, but
no, that makes sense. Where are your eyes usually? Like when you say you're focusing on the position, like where are your eyes usually when you're when they're looking at the screen?
so like I have like two modes. Like if they're like kind of far away from me and there's like not an immediate kind of like interaction going on, I kind of like see the whole picture, like the whole stage and like where both players are. And then when we're close, I started this like almost a year ago. Like I used to only look at myself, and now I just try to just look at them, especially after I get like a laser or something.
Ooh, okay. So I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Try to keep your eyes on the opponent, but keep your character in your peripheral.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because, like, you'll know, like, so the idea, that's what I do. Here, well, I think we can do live coaching for this one. What I would say about this, we're going to run a quick test once you input the spectator code. Like, you've done online tournaments, so you know how spectator code works, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then we're just going to, like, exit out of, like, the online play, like, back out of it, and then just go and start the game in versus mode. Like, the game's as if we were playing at, like, an IRL tournament or something.
Sure.
And just load up the game with any two characters on any stage. Cool, Fox, Falco, FD. Excellent. So I can see what's going on. So we are connected properly. We can hop into ranked or unranked or whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so the idea here is we're just gonna keep the opponent as our point of focus, like as like the center of our field of vision, just because that's who we have the least amount of like information on. Because we know what we're doing, we know where we are, we know what we're trying to do, but we don't know them, so we need to keep we need that coming in.
Okay.
But we're gonna keep us in the peripheral. So that way we get everyone. And the shape and the details will like change as we get closer or further away. Like they get blurrier further away, but that's okay because they're further away.
It's the longest queue I've ever experienced. It's crazy.
Are you playing ranked or unranked?
Ranked, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I started entering online stuff again. It had been like probably more than a year for sure, and I entered Waddle Wednesday yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have like a puff peach problem for some reason.
That makes sense.
I feel like I didn't used to have that thing.
I think especially if you're trying to look for more like punishment, that makes sense. Just to confirm, are you the green one or are you the default?
The green one, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was reasonably sure, but I figure I should probably ask.
That's a good call.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, wow, those are all.
He lost control of himself.
Oh yeah, I have like a huge problem with Falco's on the ledge.
Oh.
I noticed that this week.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like I feel like I'm in game. I'm always thinking of solutions. Like I don't have like an ironed out like plan for when he's on ledge. So either like I won't be able to punish double laser, or like a lot of times I just like let them back.
Get on the side when that happens. Get on the side platform and just like fall through back air if they laser. Just like back like because remember the first laser invincible. The second laser might be, but like certainly not after they land. Like after they land, they're not going to be. You can also just get really close and shield and shine out of shield between the lasers. So like the first laser hits your shield and then you shine out of shield before the second one connects.
What option am I like scared of if I do the shield thing?
Really, honestly, just ledge dash shine. Really.
Okay. Honestly, Falcos are so bad at that.
I mean, they have like other options that are really good, right? Like ledge hop double laser. Like normally, like Falco, I feel like just has the things that beat Falco's ledge dash are like, I don't know, like it's weird because like against every other character, you don't really want to be close to them when they're on the ledge because of invincible aerials and stuff. But Falco's just kind of unique, so I think he gets by on that a lot. There's one thing I notice. Sometimes when you're comboing them, you'll get onto the, like, you'll be popping them up and you'll, like, waveland onto the platform for your follow-up. But, like, I think that some of the time, if you just, like, attack upwards onto the platform, like, say you, like, jump Shine Land to cover, like, an option, or, like, you just, like, down air onto the, like, instant double jump down air onto the platform, or just short hop up air, I think you'll find that there's a lot of follow-ups that are possible that, like, can be really, really handy, especially when they're, like, landing on the platform quickly and you don't have time to do the waveland.
Okay, so, like, so I kind of wait a little bit longer instead of just, like, instantly...
You're not really waiting. It's because, like, you're going quickly. It's just that they land... There isn't enough time for the waveland sometimes. Because the wave... Okay. Yeah, because the waveland is, like, jump plus land plus, like, 10 frame commitment, right? So it's, like, it's a lot of... Yeah, whereas if you just short up here, yeah, your aerial will come out.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just, like, if they're like... If you can get on the platform before you can before they do, then wave landing is, or at the same time that they're landing there, then the waveland is really good. But if they're gonna get onto the platform before you're actually on the if they're gonna beat you to the platform, then you probably want to just attack.
Okay. Dude, this guy's a Randall lover.
Yeah, his timing on that has been really good. He has a good awareness of it.
Yeah. Oh.
Must have burned our double jump accident. That happens. That was a good F smash. I know you didn't mean to. I know you didn't mean to do it, but it knocked him over at 0, and you could have gotten a shine off that because he missed the tech. Lasers are a little low for when he's above us. We want to shoot them a little bit sooner when he's above us.
Okay.
See what I mean? Like that, yeah, like we went forward a little too far, but the laser hit him. High lasers are also really good at stuffing him out of his jumps when he's trying to establish laser control too. So like when I say high laser, I mean immediate laser upon jumping. Or fairly immediate. So you got an opening off that. Just shield grab him and then back throw him. You can gimp him. Low key, F smash is really good in this matchup. F smash. Yeah, F smash, back throw, and F throw are like if you're gonna grab back throw and F throw are actually quite good, because it keeps keeping Falco low to the ground. Because like the thing is none of his up throw stuff is real anyway. So like if he DIs out of it, you have to deal with his down air and laser coming down, which is like a pain. Whereas if you forward throw and back throw, you're keeping him in a more controlled position, kind of.
Yeah, you have back throw longer. I feel like I only forward throw.
I like back throw below the forward throw knockdown percent.
Do you know what it forward throw knockdown?
37.
Nice.
I play this matchup so much, like, like I swear to God, it's like my second most played matchup.
So many birds.
It's just like a bunch of my friends play it and play the character now, so it's just like it just winds up working that way. Nice. Try using your jab after your lasers, like jab and F tilt after your lasers. Yeah, exactly. That was detailed, but you get the idea. Like just like to like to poke him, to convert, to keep us like to just keep him honest a little bit. Hell yeah, we take those.
Yeah.
Nice light shield. I really like that. Oh, just roll to the edge and just hold the light shield sometimes, especially when you're getting pressured by it like that. Because like, as long as they don't hit you out of the roll, then you just wind up getting sliding onto the edge anyway. You know?
Yeah, I go for a laser in the corner sometimes, and I'll get hit. I feel like that's a good like out of the shield.
Mm-hmm. Just just let them hit you to the corner. Yeah, see? You just get out of there. Because it makes perfect sense. It's like cover your whole body, like get pushed back, you move on with your day. Good power shield by him.
I was just going for a read.
Nice, good nair. Nice.
I didn't mean to roll there.
You got to the edge well with that though. Alright, lock in. Hell yeah, GG's. When you hit,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
When you hit nairs and stuff, try to like think. No, and you're like when you hit nairs, try to confirm like with your eyes as you're moving into the like, because you're almost always gonna like dash or jump forward like after you hit a move like that. Just because that's like how Falco follows up on like nairs and bears and stuff. I'm thinking at like 50 plus, like at like when they're flying away from you. Try to like confirm if you're going to F smash, if you're going to down air, if you're gonna like aerial again. Like try to like just follow the trajectory and decide what big hit you're gonna follow up with.
So like when I get the hit, or
yeah, when you get like a clean nair, like. So you hit it on that last stock. You hit him with like a bunch of like nairs, and then you like with a bunch of like nairs or bears or whatever, and like all of them like connected perfectly. But then you would try to follow up with like laser or something. So what I'm saying is like just when you see that you get that hit, try to like follow up. Try to try to see if you can follow up with something more substantial. Yeah, just go for something bigger.
Okay.
Yeah. What were you gonna ask or say?
I was just gonna mention like I did like an okay job at like just looking at him and having me the peripheral the first game. I'd say like maybe like 60% of the time I was able to do that, and I would forget or I'd be like distracted. I did not do a good job of doing that the second game or the third game really.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, it's a new skill, so I think that if we expected 100%, then that would be, like, really, really ambitious.
True.
So 60% in 1 out of 3 games, like 60% in 1 games out of 3, I think that's a pretty good starting point. When you're like looking at with this vision, with this method, what are you noticing? Are you noticing anything different about like what you're seeing?
The most thing I'm noticing right now is how hard it is to like. It's like uncomfortable trying to keep me in the peripheral. Like it's like very strange to me for some reason.
But you're moving really well in relation to him. I will tell you that much. So what's uncomfortable about it? Is there something we can do to make... Do you think this is growing pains, or do you think it's just like this? Is this something that would get easier, do you think, the more you did it? Or does it feel like wrong?
No, it feels right. Well, I don't know if it feels right yet, but like it's just the uncomfortable aspect of it, I think. And like I think what I'm like, my brain is trying to process like the distance between me and him using peripheral, which is like kind of weird. It's like a split focus thing rather than like say I'm like far away from like here, like I'm looking at the whole thing, like the whole picture. It's like one entity. But like right now, because it's new, I think it's like 2 entities. You know, it's the focus and then the peripheral.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm used to doing this, so like I don't feel that same discomfort, but I don't also remember what it was like, because again, I've been playing this game for a very long time, so I don't remember what it was like when I started, but I imagine it probably was uncomfortable to watch the opponent. So yeah. I would say one of the things I like about it is that it gives me visual information really quickly, whereas I find that like looking at the full screen can be like kind of like less efficient with that, because like the shape of like it's almost like forms a teardrop shape, you know, like with where like with my eyes resting on me and like the opponent, with like just how it winds up working out. And I find that like when it, depending on how the bias of it tells me like where he is like relative to me, which I really like. Kind of tracks that information, which is awesome. Oh, just F smash him. when he's hovering in front of you like that, it's okay to just go for the big hit. Nice. Nice. That was really good form. I like that. You like the way that you kind of like managed your invincibility was like really well done. I like grabbing him sometimes, especially at like low damage in that spot. Just toss it forward, throwing him off.
No. Yeah.
It's okay. We got gimped by Fox twice. It happens. What's your counter pick here, do you think?
So usually I go back to
Battlefield. I'm a Battlefield believer. I feel like
I don't really like playing on Dreamland. I feel like if I didn't go Battlefield, it might be a Dreamland.
I like Pokemon Stadium.
I feel like there's something, I don't know what it is about Pokemon Stadium, but it's always been like a weaker stage, like at the Ditto or like any matchup. Like I just feel like I don't know what it is.
I think that like versus Fox, I like Stadium because there's because I feel like we fight under the platforms a lot, and because the platforms are more centered, we're not in the corner when we're doing it, which is nice. Which is like really, really nice. But there is no top platform. So I do understand that like we're losing one of Falco's big like positional perks, which is his like full hop to top platform thing. So like I get it. Like it's a double-edged sword, but I do think it's overall a very strong stage for him.
Yeah, I unfortunately took too long to pick, so now we just get Dreamland. But
Dreamland's fine. I think this is my best level, but my best level performing versus Fox. But I'm also a weirdo.
Well, I've always had like, well, I don't think it's like an original idea, but I heard it so long ago. I don't know where I heard it from. But like Dreamland's like if 2 players are like equally skilled and punished, but one's better at neutral or something, I just feel like Dreamland's the move. There's like more room to work with.
Yeah. Try using your laser forward tilt instead of laser up tilt, because a lot of times he's kind of far from you, and I feel like Like, laser up tilt is super powerful.
Oops.
My rule of thumb is the better edge girder wins this game. Like, wins on Dreamland.
I can see that.
Because, like, the health, like, having the health advantage is crazy, but, yeah.
Not sure how so much. That's weird. I had no idea what to do there.
It's tricky. Could have like you could have just immediately back aired off, and I think you still recover. But like that one, if you don't have the intangibility when he's firefoxing like right next to you like that, like that's tricky to go for the ledge hop back air. Yeah, I think what you did is fine. So he's like shine to set his shield, or attack to set his shield after we've done shine to immediate aerial on his shield a lot. So I think that like what might make sense is doing a delayed aerial, or like just doing like JC shine, or even shine grabbing him. Like we want to do things that like, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so.
Nice. This guy is really good. Is really good at buttons out of shield. Against someone like him, try just spacing your air. Try like keeping outside of his shine out of shield range with the aerial you're doing. Like aerial into aerial, I think would be good against him if you like with space back airs and stuff. Hell yeah. That was kind of nasty. This is totally winnable. He had good DI on that.
Oh god.
Ah, he got us. That's a good game, though.
Yeah.
Biggest thing there, I think, is just like we tried to like beat him on we tried to like beat his shield pressure on like mix-ups, but like I don't know, he was really good at them. Like because I could see you varying what we're doing once I pointed out the thing about his shine out of shield timings, but like he just like mixed up even harder. So I feel like into someone like, and he also knew to hold block at sometimes too. I was just like, oh my god. So
Yeah.
I feel like on someone like that, sometimes just like spacing low, like sometimes just doing the mango like with low spaced back air, like kind of like, or like the hungry, like it was really about the hungry box at this point, but like just low spaced back air, like just stuff that's like really difficult to like, stuff that they can't really interact with like in an offensive way to shield, I think is like kind of a good idea. But yeah, no, he was tricky.
By low space back air, do you mean delaying the back air, or like the distance between us is small whenever I space?
Oh, so I mean like you're doing tipped back air, but you're also doing it low on their shield.
Low on the shield, okay. So you L cancel the back air. It's not that
Yeah.
easy. Okay.
Because the whole idea here is that we're like staying outside of his up smash and shine out of shield range. and his shield grab. So like if he wants to punish us out of shield, he has to like actually wave dash or like jump and then begin descending. So like we have tons of, so it's really easy to box them out. Okay. Or they could wave dash back and then try to like whiff punish our back, or like our whiffed back air. But like the idea here is we're just making them have to do additional, like we're making them have to do a step to exit their shield. Oh, you almost got the.
I was gonna say, like, in that situation, like if he's gonna hold shield like that, like I mix in what you just mentioned, and then also like maybe like shine grabs and stuff. 'Cause I feel like I don't do shine grab enough.
Yeah, or you like the thing is like yeah, there's a lot of ways you can go about doing it. You could also like try to frame trap him with shine JC shine, because like if he does bite between the two of them, if you do them right, then you'll get him. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things you could do. I'd say shine JC grab, shine JC shine. Like the big thing there with those is you just want to have good like a good aerial initiating. So on those cases, you'd probably want to like nair into their shield and then do it. Because nair is a little more frame positive than back air. Yeah, see, like, that would be one. So, like, there you did, like, a waveland setup, but I'm just thinking if you just, like, get under him and up tilt or short hop up air, then, like, you probably get a kill. Nice.
Yes. Oh, no. Randall.
I wanted to fall off, come back up with lasers.
So you could actually just light shield there. Just let him push you off forward and then just come up and hit him. Or recover. Just hit him out of the air. Stop trying to like let him, because when you let him hit the ground like that for a tech chase when you don't have to, you're making Falco do something he's worse at, because he's not fast enough. Like he's not fast on the ground. So like he's not as good at RTCs. Like you just combo them in the air. It's fine. Yeah, I like that up air. We want more up. Like when he's going to side platform and stuff, more up air.
Oh, you got me.
Mm-hmm. I played Salt's Falco about a month ago, and it was like I got completely ruined. But like, man, her up air. I learned so much about like up air usage, and it was like really, really eye-opening.
Yeah, that's what's cool about like really good players picking like a secondary. You're like, oh, Falco could do this. Like, what? I don't see anybody doing that.
Yeah, see, like there you went up with that shine land, with like, and then they just kind of countered it by like acting out a shield. Like, see, that would be a time that I would say that like going like flyby short up air would be really good, because it's good at shield poking him, and it's just got a good hitbox. It doesn't keep us it doesn't require us to interact so directly with him either. Nice. How is the peripheral thing going? Does it feel like you're like getting the hang of it?
No, it's like hard. It's still like pretty hard.
Well, do you think does it feel like it's does it feel right? Like, does it feel like it's it makes sense for how you want to play, or do you think that you're that a mix that like do you think that going back to your other method is what you want to do?
I want to like experiment with it and like keep trying it to where it's not so like difficult to do.
Okay.
And then kind of gauge that, but.
Are there moments where it's harder or easier? That was sick.
It's hard to tell. I think like I need like I'll practice it versus like weaker opponents. I think. And
we could do this on. We could switch to unranked. Unranked might make more sense for like testing this out then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll boot one up.
I think it's like I'm not maintaining it for long enough whenever I do focus on it to where like I could kind of like feel it out. It's like kind of a fleeting thing. Okay. But I have noticed even after like me as a player, like whenever I heard like, oh, you're supposed to just stare at them the whole time, I noticed like, you know, at first I was playing worse because it was a new thing, but like I've been doing that for a while, and sometimes I'll like default back to looking at me just because like that was comfortable. And I noticed like sometimes I play better when I do that.
I think it's important to do that sometimes, just like mainly with recovery.
Yeah, recovery, and then like also like things like this where you like, I don't know, like wave landing on the platform or something. It's like I kind of need to look to see exactly where I am sometimes. Oh yeah, I had a question about the laser, like scale laser Mars shield walk-up shine. On the shine rep. So I kind of misread it at first, and I like was just playing ranked and doing that versus Mars, and I feel like they didn't really like respond. Like it was working for me, but I was like curious as to why, like what was the reason for bringing it up? Because the only thing I really like noticed is that like you don't have like. You have to like pretty much land inside them and do like a little baby walk to get it to like hit.
Yeah, you do have to do a baby walk. So the idea is that like your shine is when you do your shine, you are invincible. So like if you're shield grabbing, yeah, there's like a little bit of wiggle room. Like so that would be a good example. So you landed and you crouched and then you landed in place and shined. But what I would say is like you probably could have gotten away with walking forward, like buffering walk forward a bit out of that. And then like yeah, just pressure. So like when you get the opportunity to do that, I'd also shoot the laser higher. I'd shoot the laser higher actually, if this guy's like, yeah. Because if he's power shielding, like you can shoot lasers that miss his shield or that you can dash under. Yeah, there you go. I find that's like a better solution than like trying to shoot low and like. If you're trying to approach him, it's better than shooting low because, like, shooting low, you can't really, like... Falco's jump squat kind of gets in the way of him, like, being able to, like, jump over the laser. Nice. Great. You look good there. Yeah, it was basically to like try to show that like the amount of time that you have that it takes for his shield grab to come out can be time that you spend walking, when you are like pressure initiating on shield against Marth, because like again, his moves don't come out instantly, but your shine does. That light shield's so useful.
Yeah, I have a fob. Honestly, I think it's kind of cheating. Like there's like a thing where you can just.
I know.
I'm sure you know about it. Yeah, it's just an instant light shield. It's like always like I full press it, and it's still light shield.
I love that shit. This guy was done.
Yeah, he did.
I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I mean, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you go.
I was just gonna say, I think we play some more rank. I think this is something that I need to just kind of like experiment, and then maybe I could like, message you about it or something.
Yeah.
Throughout the week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hope you anything out.
You want to head back to rank though?
Yeah, unranked is like such a mixed bag.
Sure. If that's what you think will be more productive, I have zero issues with that whatsoever. I'm very easygoing in that way.
Works for me.
And that's the point. You're the one paying me money. So it's just.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm gonna give myself like another week of entering stuff before I start looking at like tournament VODs. I feel like that's kind of a good idea, just because I kind of forgot how I played in tournament and how like unsatisfying it is to like be stuck like not playing how you want to. 'Cause it's like a tournament setting. But yeah, I feel like my goals in the game right now are like, I kind of want to focus it more on like tournament than just playing ranked, kind of, endlessly.
True.
So this matchup, usually, like, this is like the matchup I've like labbed the most, I guess, like with save states and stuff. And so like I'm always looking for like the types of like laser, like if he's far enough away, like if he shielded that out of a grab or something. Like I've got like flowchart kind of stuff. Like,
Why are you back airing when he's above you? You mean that doesn't hit this platform? You have to up air. There you go. Sorry, continue.
But but yeah, there's like, I feel like it's like, I guess like I'm looking for like a tip on like how to like not like tunnel vision like the mix-ups and edge guards. Like I want to just like recognize the situation, and then instead of thinking like, oh, like I could double down smash this. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Okay,
But,
so
like,
you're at 0. So we're not going to focus on what we want so much. So you're at 0. What does Marth want on you?
Grab.
All right, so like let's see what he actually does.
Look right down till.
So now we're at 35. What does Marth want on you? Quickly.
Up tilt.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check our percent. We're gonna like just quickly check our percent when we get hit and when things happen. And we're going to verify, like we're going to then make a prediction about what Marth wants. Then we are going to observe what he actually does, and we are going to that is what we are going to assign our conscious mind to do.
Okay. Do we like we're not keeping track?
Nope,
Like,
God no.
oh,
This will
Okay, yeah.
overload our mental stack. Like so, we do not want to hold on to these thoughts. We are making small observations, and then we are moving on.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's grab.
So, he's gone for like he's gone for hits a bunch of times here. And I bring that up because we've been predicting grab, but like once again he's gone for like down airs and stuff. So, we are now learning something about this player. $38, what does he want?
He wants to grab it. I feel like he's gonna throw out like these moves. So,
So what should we? So that should our prediction should update, right? Because like if because we know that he's been going for moves more, so maybe he wants fair.
Okay.
Nice. Great spacing on those. Excellent timing. Hell yeah.
Oh.
So 75, what did you want?
Fair probably, or S-ish?
Yep, those make sense. Our opponent will remember what character he's playing. Nicely done. You were moving there.
Yeah, I kind of was. I'm glad we get another game with him.
Yeah. I have to run to the washroom real quick. Just do your thing. But same exercise. We're monitoring percent. Just do, and yeah, just tell me how it goes.
Okay.
I'm back. What did I miss?
I like kind of adapted to him not really grabbing when I was at 0, and I got like a stock and some change from doing that pretty much.
Okay. So it looks like he gimped us. Fair enough. Nice. All right, 62. What do you think?
Kind of that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You're a little late on a lot of your aerials when you're following up on Shine. I think you have to do them a slightly sooner.
Okay. Is it my out of shine? That's
No. It's like the actual like aerial with when you're doing it in relation to your jump.
Oh, okay.
So like you'll full hop and you'll wait a little too long. Like you'll shine, wave dash, full hop, and you'll wait a little too long to like do the back air or nair or whatever.
All right, I think it's just going for an aerial. I think he wants to hit it with F smash too.
No, why was it bad?
Because I went for like the fast fall during sort of a nair and I missed it and I missed my own cancel.
Okay, but we have other way, like we have, you know, with it's not so much that the nair wasn't bad, it's just we messed up. We fast fell too soon.
Yeah.
That would have been a really good time to JC grab actually. Like shine JC grab, I mean. Because
like, instead of shine at a shield or shine grab, it's like shine wave dash down or like kind of into him and then grab?
No. What I mean is like so you had like a shine into like Nair to start that for that block string. So what I'm saying is instead of shine into Nair, I would have shine into JC grab. Like shine grab would have been really good there.
Oh, okay.
Because like he's like
yeah.
Because he wants to find a spot to up B you. Or like to like get a he wants to win the game basically, and up B is a way that he can win the game. So holding block until he sees a high aerial, or gambling the up B out of shield after a shine are both very reasonable ways to like find that up B. And what I'm saying here is like the shine JC grab when done well will frame trap him. So like if he holds block, it's good. If he up Bs, we have to execute it right, but it is good.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. We have time for one more rank set.
Okay. So it's a Mario.
Mario, no, why?
I don't really know what he wants ever.
Yeah, you do. So this is a good learning opportunity. I know. I mean, like if you really don't want to fight the Mario, I won't make you play them. But like, this is a good learning opportunity, I think.
All right, I won't put out of whoever I get.
Okay. It's gonna be like Kirby. No, it's probably gonna be like Falco, Ditto, or Marth or something. Maybe Peach. I can see Peach.
I hope it's Peach or Puff.
So you can see what's going on there real quick.
I think that as you build more awareness of what those characters want, you're gonna... I would say that, like, using the percent monitoring method is, like, a really good way to, like, build familiarity versus floaties, because the thing you're gonna learn about floaties is that they don't have as many things that they can hit you with that are good in early game. So, like, their ways of getting things started is more restrictive.
I got a Sheik, which is also good. I feel like sometimes I play really well for Sheik, and other times I can't do anything.
Mm-hmm. So, Sheik at 0, what do you think she wants?
There's no crap here.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't decide. I thought about it too late. I'm not there, but I thought about it.
For some reason, your feed is not coming through.
Oh no.
It's saying, for some, we must have gotten disconnected because it says you're not broadcasting to me.
Okay, I think if I die, I could probably move fast enough to see.
Sure. I believe. Are you cooking her?
I'm up a stock. I'm 60%. I'm kind of cooking.
Well, you know, if you force stalk her and I don't get to see this game. Well,
yeah, of course, the one that you don't see.
Yeah, like, you know what? We'll adapt.
There we go.
Okay, let.
Start broadcast. Confirm. All right, do you see it?
We'll know in a second. I am loading it now.
Okay.
Yep, Battlefield. I see us.
Nice.
Oh no! You're fighting with another learner. That's so funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like with those ones, that would be the type of one I would say. Like you kind of like pull back. What I think you just need to have more confidence in your moves. Like when you had that shine and then you double jumped for the down air, it looks like you backed off of her. But just do it. Do your follow up.
Okay. Oh.
Like, because the thing is, if you always back up whenever you're unsure, you're never gonna learn.
Okay.
Good. Backed off.
They always go for 2, so you always go for 2 up tilts.
I mean, up tilt is super safe. Like,
yeah. I think my favorite part of this matchup is where you like weave something in between the up tilt. It's a kill now. Oh no! Oh no!
that's unfortunate. That does happen. I think that you were doing a good job of like navigating the neutral and such. Like you had a good sense of like you're not really trying to get. You had a good sense of like what the role is. Like we're not really trying to go in, but we're also not trying to run away. Like there's this kind of like middle position that we're trying to sort of like play off of and then see how she handles it, and that kind of tells. And then she gives us cues as to what we do.
Yeah, I noticed that when I lose against Sheik, it's because they're really good at shielding things. Like I think that I'm trying to go for a whip punch or something, and then they I think that they're gonna use like a tilt or something, and then they shield instead, or like vice versa. So I either get hit by a bunch of like forward tilts on my approaches, or it's just like it seems like it's impossible to actually hit them.
You're gonna like commit super hard.
Yeah, and like the thing is, we don't want to be committing super hard as Falco like ever.
So can you elaborate on like why that is?
You have the laser, late neutral. Like if you're both at like in kind of like a standard neutral combat position, that your character is the one that's coming out on top, unless it just period. Like, because when you're at even positions, if your laser is giving you some amount of advantage, like there, right? So
yeah.
if they're not making something happen against that, then your character is winning. So like, your character can go in. It's just he doesn't have to, and it's important to like exercise that. Like that's what I mean. Like it's like you don't want like if we are trying to rush down with if we're trying to rush down with Falco, we're just playing basically a worse version of Fox. And like Falco is not a worse version of Fox. He's Falco. He's like his own thing.
Yeah.
But if we're trying to like take the fight to them and like abandoning like the fact that we have the best neutral in the game, then we're just like we're abandoning one of his primary strengths. And again, I'm not saying like this means that we like the optimal Falco is like we camp. I feel like Mango's like dominance with the character for so long is like a pretty good point of data, like a piece of evidence against that. But it's like even Mango will like tell you like, yeah, we don't go in every time with Falco.
Yeah, I've been trying to like when he was coaching Zane, he was like, no, like you have to like work for it. You can't just like because I feel like a lot of times you do just want to go in. But you have to like.
You have a shine in you have a shine in his downer. Of course, you want to go in. It's so fun.
Yeah. Exactly. That's like the problem.
But as you fight stronger people, like that's kind of those advantages. Yeah, they're still there, but like it's easier to like people get better at defending.
Yeah.
Nice, I love that. The back, like the way they kind of weaved around her.
Oh, that was just. Yeah.
That was ambitious. Like I understand it, but like yeah, like that covered exactly like one option.
Yeah.
She's a character where laser F tilts and stuff are really good against, by the way. Because, again, she's, like, on the ground a lot, and, like, she kind of, like, gives us them. And she's bad against the sharking positions that follow. It's a kill.
I've been... Is it?
No, she's alive.
Oh, no! Oh, okay. Yeah.
We had to illusion there.
Fine.
We took too long, yeah. Oh, you let them, wow. All right. So, what are some things we learned today?
Like, you know, focus on myself and the peripheral thing. You know, sort of sense what they want, and then
Actually adapted to that. It's good. I like that kind of method.
Yeah, what did you like about it?
I like that because it's so nebulous. Like oh, just adapt to your opponent. It's like, well, they're doing a million things, so it helps you kind of keen in on like this.
it felt like I said 1,000 things. It was like 3 different times
in the game where it's like, oh, I'm at 0, I'm at like 40 or 30, and then I'm like high %.
Right, because there's
like,
an...
what do they do?
Yeah, no, go on, keep going with that, because this is really important. So it's almost like there's a what? Like there's a...
Like a plan, or
like a progression.
Oh, a progression, okay.
Huh.
Like each stock has its little progression.
Yeah, so do you want to know, like, I know we're over time, but don't worry about it, but, like, because this is really important. So, one of the biggest traps that players can fall into in this game is by playing mix-ups that aren't actually there. So, I'll give you an example. Let's say we're playing Jigglypuff versus a Fox player, okay? At 0, what would you say are the things that Fox wants to hit on Jigglypuff?
Probably like drill and grab mostly.
Yeah, because, like, so let's say we get drilled, and we, like, get hit to, like, say, like, 38%, because he gets, like, a decent combo off it. So then he, like, we're, like, fighting neutral, he lasers us to 50, and, like, we're scared of drill, because we've taken so much damage from drill. Like, this is a very reasonable fear, I think. Like, we've just taken a ton of damage from this thing, so we're, like, doing everything we can to prevent drill and grab. But here's the thing. Fox doesn't care about drill anymore. Because what he wants is, what do you think he wants instead?
Right, he's looking for, like, well, he kind of wants a grab, and I think grab up air kills at, like, 50 if he gets a grab.
Grab to up throw up air will absolutely kill him. Will kill our Jigglypuff at 50 because we're fighting on, say, like, FD. What's another thing that could kill us?
Does up smash kill at 50 in Puff?
No, but Nair into up smash will.
No, no smash.
Mm-hmm. Like weaken air?
Yeah, I think, yeah, I guess those would be my answers.
Right, so if we're, like, playing around drill, there will be overlap. If we're playing around drill, there will be overlap between, like, drill versus and grab versus nair and grab, but the overlap isn't perfect. Because notably, shield is only good against one of those aerials. Right? So, like, we can actually run ourselves in... We can actually, like, wind up, like, trapping ourselves if we, like, are playing... If we think that drill and grab... Like, if we're shielding versus drill and grab, we're effectively, like, playing a 50-50 because shield good into drill, bad into grab. But if they're going for nair and grab, shield is bad on... Like, shield is, like, dead on one of them and, like, bad on the... And, like, we don't kill him, but, like, we don't get killed, but, like, he gets a block string on us that's really good. So we are hanging ourselves without even realizing that we're playing a mix-up that has long since expired. So, like, the big thing here is, I guess long since expired is, like, a bit of an exaggeration, because Fox could conceivably still drill if we start, like, crouching, for example. But, like, the point I'm making is, it's like, there are certain phases of the game where there are moves that, like, the opponent wants more, that are more valuable to the opponent because of how their character works. So in the same way that it doesn't make sense to play around F-tilt from Sheik at, like, 2, but it makes a lot of sense to play around F-tilt from Sheik at 25, or, like, 60, yeah, like, it's just, if we're not careful, if we're not cognizant of what tools are relevant to the opponent at our percent, then, yeah, we're going to have a really hard time, because it is easy to get overwhelmed by all the options available.
Yeah.
And our
I feel like...
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I feel like, because I like, in our first session, like, that was one of the things I, like, typed out too. It was just, like, I feel like I lose against weaker players a lot, and it hurts my consistency, and I feel like this is, like, a big part of that. Like, I'm playing mix-ups that aren't even there, because they're just not using, like, the options that normally, you know, like, a better player would be looking for or something. And I don't adapt to it, and I just use stocks or something.
Well, yeah, and, like, that's the thing. Like, this is why we start with, like... So, like, against that Marth player, for example... So against the Marth, we, like, noticed that, like, we were aware of his of, like, how Marth wants grab at 0, and what did he do? He went for, like, down airs, mainly.
Yeah, it was weird.
And it was weird, but the thing is, it makes perfect sense if you think about it. Because, like, down air is a move that spikes, therefore, it will not be ASDI downable. So, like, one of the main reasons we go for grab is because grab works through ASDI down and leads to combos. Well, so does down air. So there is clearly, like, a reason for why he's doing it that makes some amount of logical sense. If the opponent is doing something and we don't understand it, there is a reason they're doing it. And maybe they messed up, maybe it's a mistake, but more often than not, there is a method to their madness. The wonderful thing about the percent method is that it uses a concrete way of, like, measuring value, because the same up throw up smash that kills Falco at 90 on FD is this, like, that's available to Fox is the same is available to that Fox whether it's Mango, whether it's Moki, whether it's me, whether it's, like, BK McRoyal 55, whether it's some guy who picked up the game yesterday. Like, it's still the same up throw up smash at 90.
Yeah. So,
like, the value of that, of how Falco being at 90 on FD has not changed. Isn't that it's kind of reassuring in a way, isn't it?
Yeah. It evens the playing field for sure. So you still automatically lose those better players.
Well, it's more that, like, that because the value of that move is the same across all of us, and we have an expectation that the opponent's going to do the things that we think are effective, if they're doing something slightly different, that is a clue as to how they're thinking about the game and what decisions they are going to make going forward. It helps us align our expectations and, like, to the person we're actually fighting.
Okay.
Yeah, so check your percent awareness. Check your percent. Hypothesize. Observe. Observe what they do. And the big thing is, like, do not commit these to your mental stack. Because that is a number one way you can, like, have this explode.
So like, in practice, so, like, kind of how we were doing, like, I just kind of recognized it at 0, and I'm like, okay, this guy's been nearing and fairing a lot, like, he wants to come down on me and use aerial or something. So, like, instead of, like, I'm like, I was more comfortable with shield, and then I punished it. So I just thought, like, you know, he wants to do that, and I didn't really think, like, I need to shield. I was just, like, more prepared to shield.
Yeah,
Is that, like, kind of
that is the goal. That is the gold standard.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna